Thank you for joining us today. So let's sit with a nice straight spine, with your natural curve, allowing energy to flow freely up and down your energetic spine, Sushumna, to help magnify and reunite the energy of Shiva and Shakti, consciousness and matter. You can rest your palms onto your thighs, bring your hands into mudra, whatever feels comfortable to you this morning. Just allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears and close your eyes. Take a nice full inhale through your nostrils. Exhale through your mouth with an ah. Just settle into your muscles and bones. Then just breathe through your nostrils organically and bring your attention to your tailbone. Begin to visualize roots growing from your tailbone, deep into Mother Earth and all around you. Observe what your roots look like today. What is the shape of them, the texture, color? What does the soil look like that your roots are moving through? Is it moist, dry? Tap into the sense of feeling rooted, feeling grounded, safe, and connected to Mother Earth. Then bring your attention back to your breath. Begin to take some nice full inhalations and long, complete exhalations. Really feel the expansion and contraction of the rib cage, not just in the front of your chest, but the back body and the side bodies. You can engage the Ujjayi breath, the sound vibration that comes from the larynx when you constrict the glottis a bit. This full breath helps stimulate the vagus nerve that moves through the throat, and it helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system to help bring calmness and peace into your bodies, into your minds. So inhale to fullness, exhale to completion. Let's bring our hands to Anjali Mudra. With a compassionate heart, make an intention for your sadhana today, for yourself, your family, a friend, the world, maybe even a pet, any or all the above. Clasp your fingers to seal your intention. And let's bring our left wrist up, right elbow up. Just relax your shoulders, working with your fingers, wrists, arms, all extensions of Anahata, the energetic heart center, and the energy that we express from our heart is love and kindness and compassion. Switch sides. When we reach out to nurture, to hug, to hold, to just introduce ourselves. Let's take an inhale, sweep the palms forward, round out your spine with your exhale, opening up Anahata from the back body. Take another inhale, lengthen the spine, sweep the palms all the way up. Cactus arms with your exhalation. And then inhale, sweep the arms back overhead. Open your arms to the right with your exhalation. Take another inhale, get a little bit more length in your spine, and then one vertebra at a time spiral to the back. Keep your twist. Bring a soft gaze or closed eyes over your left shoulder. You want to make sure that you're twisting from the thoracic spine, the middle of your back, where it has more flexibility. Come back to mindful breathing. Take another inhale to sweep the arms back overhead, and then open and twist to the left with your exhalation. Another inhale to create length in the spine, and then spiral to the back. Keeping the twist, bringing a soft gaze or closed eyes over the right shoulder. Grow those roots from your tailbone again to ground yourself. And then come to mindful breathing. Sweep our right arm behind us. Clasp your fingers, open up Anahata from the front body. Engage Jalandhara Bandha by bringing the chin down, pulling it back and up, lengthening the back of the neck. Engage Mula Bandha by drawing the pelvic floor upwards to hold and contain energy. Mula Bandha is grounding us into the earth, and then the energy is coming up into the navel area of Manipura. We're holding prana in our chest and in our brains with Jalandhara Bandha. And let's release the bandhas and release your arms. Let's go ahead and make our way all the way down onto our backs. My friend and owner of Ohana Moon Yoga, Greta. I'm sorry, give me your first name again. Dana. I know, I'm getting older. Okay. And this is Dana, who is a teacher here as well. So just allow your arms to get about 10 to 12 inches away from your torso, and your feet about 12 inches from each other. Close the eyes. Just feel the weight of your body being supported by Mother Earth. Bring your attention to your right foot and squeeze the right foot, and then release it. Squeeze the left foot, release. Squeeze the right calf, release, and left calf, release. Squeeze the right thigh and squeeze the right thigh and release. Left thigh, release. Squeeze the right buttocks, release, and left buttocks, release. Squeeze the abdominal muscles, release. Make a fist with your right hand, squeezing the right forearm, and release. Left fist, left forearm, release. Squeeze the right shoulder, right upper arm, and release. Left shoulder, left upper arm, and release. Squeeze the muscles of your neck. release. Squint your face and release. Allow your ears to melt towards Mother Earth. With your next exhale, just feel the scalp gently pulling away from the skull. Take a nice, peaceful, relaxing breath. And slide your right foot into the inner left thigh. And bring your arms into cactus arms. As we work with both lower body meridians and upper body meridians in this pose. This morning we're going to hold these poses for 3 minutes to make this therapeutic. And I'm going to read to you a little bit about love and conditioning, our conditioning. So our conditioning is comprised of beliefs, opinions, judgments, shoulds, and any number of other ideas that belong to our psychological makeup, most of which we acquired from other people, particularly from those who raised us, from our culture, and from what we have experienced and concluded about life, about ourselves, and about others. This conditioning affects what we like and don't like, and how we see and react to the world. And we often respond unconsciously to our conditioning without realizing that we have a choice. The way we know what our conditioning is by how we react and feel about things, and by noticing our thoughts. So I just wanted to tell you that you're working with the kidney meridian, one of the meridians that you're working with, which helps with your blood purification. And this is the meridian that also is associated with fear. And so if you're really fearful at this time in your life, opening up these meridians so that they don't get blocked is what you're working with right now. And to help with openness, letting go of the fear and having the openness and creating wisdom from everything you've been anxious about, creating the wisdom for your future. Take your time and straighten your right leg. And we're going to come into banana pose. So bring your head to the right corner of your mat. You can bring your arms overhead, maybe rest your left wrist into the right palm. Walk your feet over to the right corner. Maybe cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Make sure both hips are connected to Mother Earth. Take a nice, relaxing breath here, an experiential, relaxing breath. So feel it. Feel the muscles melting off your bones. The pathway to the gallbladder meridian runs along the side body. So you're opening up the gallbladder meridian on the side body that's open. You're closing the other side, so you're still stimulating it. Again, we're always working with a yin and a yang, just one is more prioritized than the other. And your gallbladder meridian, if it's blocked, if you're carrying a lot of anger with you, then it's possible that gallbladder meridian is blocked. When it's open, we find compassion. So the thoughts that we experience as the voice in our head are from the conditioned self, also known as the ego. They don't represent wisdom or truth. Our innate wisdom doesn't show up initially as a thought, but as an intuition. Although we might put that intuition into words later and think about it. We experience our intuition in our bodies and not in our mind. And it shows up as a knowing and not as a thought. The conditioned self or ego is the false self, while the wisdom and knowing that arises within us, how the beginning that we really are communicates with us. Our intuition is the connection with our source, with truth, with goodness, and with love. We have less than a minute to go. Stay with your breath. How is your breath right now? Is it smooth? Is it choppy? Can you notice the cooler air as you inhale through the nostrils? The warmer air as you exhale through the nostrils? Those are the channels Ida and Pingala that run from our nostrils down to our tailbone, to the pelvic floor. So take your time, go ahead and straighten yourself out and bring your right knee into your chest. Just go ahead and kiss that femur to the hip socket. And we're going to go ahead and take that right leg on the outside of our rib cage. You can hold onto it with the right arm. Open your left arm to the side. Let your head melt to the left. Take a nice relaxing breath. So when we're moving to get into the pose, it's taking our muscles to move into it, and that is action. And so now that we're in the pose, we want to take that experiential, grounding, relaxing, peaceful breath. Working that spleen, liver, and kidney meridian a little bit deeper. Working the lung meridian of the upper body. We need lots of lung meridian openings here. So we seem to be programmed to believe our thoughts and believe that we are the conditioned self instead of the spiritual self. Although some conditioning is useful and helps us function and to be safe, like always looking both ways before you cross the street, much of our conditioning is negative, untrue, and limiting. And believing those thoughts can cause us a lot of suffering and lead us astray. When you really pay attention to what you're thinking, it becomes obvious how negative and untrue most of your thoughts are. The trouble is that it isn't always obvious what else is here living our life. Without a practice of meditation or something similar like yin yoga, our spiritual nature is easy to overlook because the experience of it is more subtle than the mind, which is noisy and quite convincing. About 35 seconds left. So come back to your breath. It's normal for our breath to leave us because our minds wander, take us other places, other journeys. But our breath can bring you back into your body. So just take a mindful breath to bring you back into your body. Excellent. So bend your left knee and place your left foot next to your sitting bones. Cross your right foot over your left thigh. Pick up that left foot. Thread your arms through, either clasp onto your shin or the thigh. Let everything relax except for your arms. Your arms are yang right now. They're active, they're holding, you're using your muscles to hold on. Everything else is relaxed. So come back to a conscious, relaxing breath as we work the urinary bladder meridian, which also helps with fear. Changes that fear into wisdom. So this alienation from our spiritual selves is a significant factor in disease, in relationships, because the more identified we are with the false self, the more we suffer and seek happiness outside ourselves instead of where we can actually find it, which is in connecting with our true nature and our innate joy in being alive by being very present in our lives. The more we suffer and seek happiness outside ourselves instead of where it can actually be found, which is in connecting with our true nature and our innate joy, is being alive by being very present in our lives. When we feel unhappy, we look to others to fulfill us and make us happy, although they will never be able to give us what we need to be happy, since only we can connect with our own essence and the love for life that is experienced by doing just that. The ego isn't happy no matter how much love, attention, or anything else it gets. You can be in a relationship with the perfect partner for you, and if you are deeply identified with the ego, you may not realize the beauty of that relationship or feel the love or feel loved. We need to connect with our true essence. What is our essence? It's love, happiness, joy, playfulness, excitement, awe. And those are words right now. So what your essence is the experience of those words. Just like when I say take a breath, You can take a breath, but it makes a big difference if you're taking a mindful, conscious, deep, full, peaceful breath. Go ahead and release your arms and place your left foot down. And go ahead and cross your right leg. Walk your legs a few inches apart so your knees are still bent. Open your arms, both arms out to the side, palms up. Slowly let your knees melt from one side to the other. And slowly let your head move in the opposite direction. That just got changed. Move nice and slow here. So when we're twisting, contracting, and holding these poses for a length of time, we're cutting off the blood flow, we're cutting off the prana, the life force energy. Then when you're on the rebound, which you are right now, you're allowing the prana that has been cleansed now, like wringing out a dirty wash rag in your spine, and it's now cleansed prana moving through the periphery of your body to help heal you, keep you whole and happy. So let's go ahead and straighten your legs out again. Make your way relaxing on your mat. Once again, take an experiential grounding breath. And just feel Mother Earth supporting the weight of your body. With the next few breaths, just experience your body getting heavier and more relaxed. Each breath, heavier and heavier and more relaxed. Completely relaxed. Slide your left foot into the inner right thigh. Bring your arms into cactus arms. And let's again come back to that relaxing breath. When we are identified with the conditioned self, our conditioning, our ideas about how things should be done, how someone should look, how someone should behave, what we want, what we think we need, what we believe, what we like and don't like seem very important. They seem necessary for our happiness, although they aren't. We think things need to be a certain way to be happy and to feel love, and that simply isn't true. Happiness isn't something that comes from getting what we want, but from choosing to love life as it is showing up in each moment and from following our heart. So you are also working with your respiratory system, helping oxygen and water absorption. And again, if you're experiencing fear or anxiety, opening up this lung meridian is going to give you the courage that you may need to keep following through. Courage. And we have 1 minute left. ahead and straighten that left leg. Making our way into banana. Bringing our head towards the left, arms overhead, maybe resting your right wrist into the left palm. And bringing your feet to the left corner of your mat, maybe crossing the right ankle over the left. Make sure you keep both hips square to Mother Earth, keeping you grounded. Take that nice relaxing breath as we open up the pathway of the gallbladder meridian. Also working with the third chakra, Manipura. It's our power center. So when our partner does something that doesn't comply with our conditioning, we feel unhappy because we want our conditioning complied with. In other words, we want our own way. We think that our partner doesn't love us or isn't a good person for not complying with our conditioning. But the reason most people don't comply with our conditioning is that they have conditioning that's different from ours. When our loved ones don't comply with our conditioning, we may feel unhappy, angry, sad, resentful, and even afraid. Did that person make us unhappy? Or did we make ourselves unhappy by assuming that person should comply with our conditioning? Who says someone should comply with our conditioning? I'll tell you who. Our conditioning says so. So our conditioning comes from, again, where we were raised, how we were raised, who raised us. And even doesn't mean even your immediate family. It means when you were children, you went to your friends' homes and maybe their parents said, don't do this, don't do that, that's wrong, that's right. And so we got conditioned at a very young age. And do you know that we can change that conditioning if it doesn't feel right? We can. You are. "35 seconds. Come to your breath. Just acknowledge your inhalation and your exhalation, bringing yourself back into your body. So take your time to straighten yourself out. And once you straighten yourself out, bring your left knee into the chest. Kiss your femur into that hip socket. It's a Muladhara Svadhisthana kiss. And take that left leg outside the rib cage. Open your right arm up. Let your head gently turn to the right. Close the eyes. Take a nice grounding breath. So the truth is that no one is going to comply with our conditioning all the time, because everyone has different conditioning. Not a single person on this planet has conditioning exactly like yours. So it's too much to expect that others be like us or that they behave the way we would like them to. They behave the way they do because of their conditioning. When we can accept that others behave the way they do and not demand that they behave some other way just to please us, much conflict can be avoided. Most disagreements are about conditioning, trying to get someone to do something the way you want, when the other person just doesn't want to. It's about them. It's not about you. I chose this reading today for this class because it has really helped me. I'm getting through a lot of this situation that we happen to be in right now. It also helps because we're with our family 24/7. That could be a lot. So hopefully this will help keep peace. Peace. We have 1 minute left. Take that mindful breath to bring you back into your body. Can you feel your body relaxing? Can you sense the peace that you are creating for yourself? We might be a little further apart from touch right now, but we can touch each other with our hearts. So we're going to go ahead and bend that right knee, place our right foot next to the sitting bone, and cross your left foot over the right thigh. And go ahead and pick up your right foot, that's right, right foot, and clasp either the shin or the thigh. Take a relaxing breath, relax the muscles with your breath. Our arms are very young, they're very active. Again, working with the urinary bladder meridian, maybe a little gallbladder. It depends on where you're feeling this. So people in relationships that have endured for a while invariably discover that to have peace and love in relationships, we need to live and let live. We need to let others be as they are. And sometimes out of love, we may choose to accommodate our partner's conditioning. When we do that, they are more likely to accommodate our conditioning out of love, some of the time. But to expect or demand that others meet our standards and expectations is to invite trouble. When too many demands are made, it creates tension, distance, and unease between people, which can undermine love. And since such conflicts are rarely resolved without judgments, blame, criticism, and other damaging types of interactions, demanding that our partner or friends be different than he or she is one of the main reasons relationships fail. People don't change because we tell them to. They change when they want to. Demanding that someone change is not the way to encourage change in another. Being loving stands more of a chance. Being loving will stand more of a chance for change. About 35 seconds left. Once again, come to the breath. Bring yourself back into your body. Maybe just acknowledge the cooler air as you inhale through the nostrils and the warmer air as you exhale. It's a very subtle difference. Tap into the subtlety. That's how we learn. It's a good exercise to learn to tap in to the unseen body. Release your arms. Place your foot down and cross that left leg. And go ahead and walk your feet apart, open your arms, and once again, slowly let your knees melt from one side to the other. Letting your head gently move in the opposite direction. Allowing the prana, the cleansed prana, to move through the fluids of your body like a river of light. Then we're going to go ahead and bring our knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and bring your forehead to your knees. Begin to rock and roll front and back a few times. Make your way all the way up. If Bretta and Dana can turn and face you now. We're going to make our way into deer pose. So we're going to put our right foot in front and our left foot behind us and open the knees apart. You can take your pillow. All you need is a pillow. You don't have to have a bolster. Just place it over to your right side. Take an inhale to sweep your arms up overhead and twist to your right with your exhale coming over the top of your pillow. Go ahead and just let that left hip come up. If you have the flexibility in your cervical spine, turn it towards the back of the room. So you're really spiraling your spine like as if there was a dirty wash rag in the spine, and we're wringing out all that negativity. We'll be holding this one for 2 minutes to make it therapeutic. So you're constricting also that right side of your body. So you're working with the third chakra, Manipura, that fire center. And so the fire in nature is the sun, and the fire in your body is your digestive tract. So you're working with your digestive tract here, also working with the ascending colon. Finding that place within us that is at peace with whatever is happening is no small order. It is what our spiritual evolution is all about. Finding that place within us that is at peace with whatever is happening is no small order. Oh no. It is what our spiritual evolution is all about. Whatever efforts we make in discovering how to be happy with whatever is happening are worthwhile, as the discovery of love and peace and true happiness is the ultimate fulfillment. This discovery will bring you what you want in your relationships and in your life. It is a time to discover. Go ahead and bring yourselves all the way up. And we're going to go ahead and just straighten that right leg, straighten your left leg out to the side for Dragonfly. You could put your pillow in front if you want. We're going to make a fist and put the fist behind your buttocks, push down so you can lift your hips up. walk the feet a little bit wider. Gently place the hips back down and just come over the top of your pillow. Some of you might make your way all the way down. Some of you might have a metal spine like me. And you're going to feel a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings. And a lot of you will have a nice round spine, like Dana has here as a round spine. So she's putting her spine into traction. She's pulling bone away from bone. So I'm going to read this last part one more time. Finding that place within us that is at peace, and whatever is happening is no small order. Finding that place within us that is at peace with whatever is happening is no small order. It is what our spiritual evolution is all about. Whatever efforts we make in discovering how to be happy with whatever is happening are worthwhile, as the discovery of love, the discovery of peace and true happiness is the ultimate fulfillment. This discovery will bring you what you want in your relationships and in your life. We have 20 seconds left. Bring yourself back into your body. You know how. So walk your chest up. Take your pillow over to the left side of you. Bring your legs together. Just shake them out a little bit. And then we'll bring our left foot in front and our right foot behind us for our last pose. Taking our pillow to the left. Take an inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Twist to the left, come over the top of your pillow. Go ahead and let that right hip come up. If you have the flexibility, turn your head to the back. By now you should be feeling some cleansed prana. The body should be feeling freer from being contracted. We don't want to be contracted. We want to be uplifting and free. As they say in yoga, all beings should be free and happy. As in Loka, Samasta, Sugino Bhavantu. We have 45 seconds left. I have a great imagination. I feel I'm with you right now. This is new for me. I'm starting to really love the connection that I have with you. Thank you. our time to come up. And Greta and Dana and I are just going to rock ourselves forward and put our bolsters between our legs so we can sit with you. Let's bring our hands to Anjali Mudra. Let's bring clarity to our thoughts for the rest of the day, and clarity to our speech. Let's bring clarity to our hearts as we practice love and compassion off of our mats and into the world, allowing that love and compassion to begin with yourself, to honor everyone's conditioning, not just our own. Thank you, Greta. Namaste. Thank you, Dane. Namaste. Namaste, everyone.